Hello YouTube and welcome to my dashboard. I'm going to take you through some of the tools I've been using to get started really with YouTube. Um, Mainly online tools because you know I don't edit, so I don't use a lot of programs. So I was going to go through the things that are available on YouTube for YouTube and the other tools that are out there that you might find useful in terms of social media and getting noticed. Um, as you can see, I have split my videos into two columns here. I've got videos on one side, these are the ones that are public, and I've got to publish on the other side, which makes it really easy for me to see what's here and what I can show. At the moment I've got 9 videos ready to go, which is pretty amazing actually, because I'm so far ahead. But I will show you the settings for this. All I've done is public in the filter, and on this side I've added some other things. So it's either private or unlisted, and then I've made an extra tag for outtakes that are never going to go public, and I've tagged my videos with outtake if they're not going to go public, and I've also removed the title intro because I've got a couple of intros in there and they aren't going to be made public. They're just used for the programming, which is under channel. So let's go to channel next. I've been told that working with this computer and Hypercam 2, my voice isn't exactly brilliant, so I am trying to speak up as much as possible. Right, so we're in video programming. Now you can add a watermark. I've done that. All you do is you make a GIF with a see-through background, and I've put my name Johnny DL up in that top corner. I've got feature video at the end, which is just automatic. It sticks it up at the end and prompts where to go next. And I've made my intro, which is my intro with sound, which I didn't make all that long ago, and uploads after a specific date because I don't want it to include the charity video. The charity video is sort of separate, and I'm going to leave it up there. But it's not a part of my series, so this has gone on just my series. To make this, actually, all I did was use a very simple video editor and made some frames, and made sure that the frames were all of equal length, and stuck them in a video that lasted just under 3 seconds, and then I used Video Manager, and I think it was Video Manager. No, it's not. It's Create, and in Create there are sound effects and music and a video editor. And you go in the video editor and you can take any of your videos, you can splice them, take bits from one and bits from another, and you just drag and drop. You go to music or sound effects and you look for something, and then cut the bit out that you want, and it's really simple to use. So yeah, that's what I did, and I found a piece of music in there, and I didn't like any of the intros to any songs, so I snipped a piece of music out of the middle of one. What else is next? I've got my playlists, and all of my playlists I do as I sort of make them. Now, as you can see, the outtakes are unlisted. That is going to change, but there are other sorts of videos here as well, and I make the playlist as I go along. So when a video is published, I decide which playlists it can go in and add it. There's also, I know I'm jumping about a lot here, there's also analytics, and this is a fantastic tool in some ways. It lets you see all sorts of different things. If you look in this left hand column, as you can see, I'm not making any money yet, but it gives me an overview of the statistics. It lets me see the top rated in a couple of different categories, and then you can go for detailed views of all of these things and more. It's really useful, but it does lead us on to the next tool that I've discovered, which is VidStats X. And VidStats X it's a really useful tool, again, like analytics, but it gives you a more beautiful overview, and it gives you comparisons between you and other people that are close to you in some ways. So this one gives me a subscriber ranking, and it shows me all the people that are around me that have 12 subscribers. Now, there are a lot more people with 12 subscribers than just these ones, but it gives me sort of some statistics so that I can have a look at how many vids they've got, how many views they've got, and obviously some of these have been working for a lot longer than I have. So some of these haven't even made anything, but it gives me sort of an overview of all the things that are there. So that's useful. The next one is a views ranking. So I've got 933 views, and all of these people have as well, and it shows that you can have that many views with 1 subscriber or 108 subscribers, and you can have it with as many as my 42 videos, or as few as 2 or 1, and it shows me average views, which is again quite a nice statistic, which isn't shown on YouTube. It projects where I might be at, well, how long it's going to take me to hit certain goals. So my next subscriber goal is 15 subscribers, and it's suggesting I'll be there in 5 months. That actually is probably an underestimate, but this is a linear projection rather than an exponential, which is more likely. A curve is more likely than a straight line, but going on a straight line, it gives me projections of how far in the future I've got to be looking at getting my subscribers. It also gives me viewership goals. Now, if we go back to analytics, it should tell me that my lifetime views is 1,246, and if we go onto the dashboard again, it says that my views is 991. Now, this is suggesting that I currently haven't hit 990, because it's out of date. It's running 24 hours behind. So this 1 month and 5 days just shows how long, how linear projections don't always line up with reality. But it's still a useful tool. It gives me a chance to have a look at various different things, and I haven't gone through all of them, but it's a really useful tool. So we'll move on from this to a different sort of tool, which is IFT. Now, this helps you maintain social networks. It's got a lot of different channels you can plug into. Unfortunately, Google Plus isn't one of them, and I really would like it to be. YouTube is a very limited channel in many ways, but it shows you many different social network sites, and many different things you can use to be useful in life, and it makes for some interesting mini programs. I'm going to go to. I've shown you all the different channels, but the basic idea is if this then that. So we'll go to my recipes because I've got a few that are, I find useful. So we'll start with this. If Tumblr, sorry, if Instagram, then tweet, which is I remember that whenever I go on Instagram, that whatever I'm Instagramming is going to go on Twitter, and I've got to be considerate about the number of characters I use in my descriptions of stuff, so's that it will fit, and so's that a URL will fit as well. But what it says is if I upload something to Instagram, then post it as a Twitter picture. And you can do a number of different things with this. I think I can edit it. Yeah, any new photo added by me, create a post on Tumblr, not Twitter. I have got another one that does Twitter. I should recognise that T. There's the Twitter one. Yeah, post Instagram pictures as native on native Twitter pictures, Instagram to Tumblr, so I only have to do it once and it will go on to both of those places. Oh, I've got two of those. I need to have a fiddle. If I upload something to YouTube, it if I make something public, it automatically gets tweeted, which is why if I do video replies, I will put an @ tag in my video rather than a Google Plus tag, so that it instantly goes to Twitter and gets shared on Twitter. And again, it gives me useful tools to tools for at home. So if I connect to my home Wi-Fi network, then set my volume to maximum on my mobile phone, so that I can go out, I can mute it for a meeting, and if I forget to unmute it when I get home, it unmutes itself. So there are a lot of different useful tools here, and I've only made use of 20 recipes, but there are millions and millions of combinations that can be made, and a lot of them are really, really useful. It would be nice if I could do other things with this, but so if something and something else, then. But for what it's designed to do, it's a brilliant piece of software, and a brilliant website. It's ift.com, ift with 3 T's. So yeah. That is a really useful piece of software, and it gives you sort of an idea of what there is out there in terms of places online, so that you can go, well, I want to make a Gmail and a Foursquare and a Flickr and a Dropbox and a Facebook that all have the same name, so that I can go and become a YouTuber and have everything across the entire network under the same username, which brings us quite nicely onto Namecheck, spelled with just a CHK, and this is a tool that again helps you find social networks and find out specifically if your username is available. So I have used this and signed up to some of them, but I don't think, well, I know I haven't signed up to all of them. So all it does is it takes your username and checks to see if it's taken or available. And you can type in anything at the top and it will go and find out whether it's taken or available, which is useful because you can then go, well, I haven't got a TwitPic account, so I will go and claim my username on that website, or I haven't got a GoGoBoss account, and I don't know what all of these are. I haven't been to all of them. I know that Picasa is a picture thing, like Tumblr, and TwitPic is a picture thing for Twitter, and there were others. But note that not all of the this username might not be available on these websites because maybe not I've taken them, but because you have to have you have to fill certain criteria. So, for example, Steam. I have a Steam account, and I tried to use Johnny DL for the Steam account. It wasn't available because it didn't have a number in it. At the time, that was the rule. I don't know whether it still is. So, this is a very useful tool, and it tells you what else there is out there. And finally, my last tool isn't really a tool; it's more of a game that that can be played with social networking, and it allows you to measure your social networking prowess. Now, as you can see, I haven't been playing all that long. I started playing on the 8th of July, and my score shot from 10 to 40.72. And it takes various different feeds. So, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google+, Foursquare. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is just Clout, which is the name of the website. This is Clout. That's Klout. And it's a game, and you can game it by going out there and making fake accounts and atting yourself or plussing yourself and mentioning yourself. And very easily you can get very high scores. But I don't actually go out there to do that. I use this purely as an indicator of whether what I'm doing is making more of an impact now or less of an impact. Over the last sort of month, the impact I've been making has apparently decreased. However, my impact on YouTube seems to have gone up, so it's not a pure indicator, but I do find it very, very useful. I think the average score on this website is something like 15, so I'm much better than average, and I'm not playing the game, although it is just a game, and it can be played just like anything else. So yeah, those are the tools that I use. That help me in terms of setting up and ongoing trends. Hopefully that'll help some of you guys if you want to make YouTube videos yourself and start up being a YouTuber. Probably by the time this goes out, I will have broken some of those projections on VidStats X, and I will have maybe 15 subscribers and over 1,000 views, because as you can see, I've already got the 9 videos that are ready to go and ready to be uploaded, and they don't always get added on here in order, and there are some videos that have been seen because I've shared them with various people ahead of schedule, because I think they would enjoy them or would give me good feedback on them. So yeah, that's everything for now. I hope that's given you some things. I shall go to channel and we shall go on my upload defaults, and as always, follow me on Twitter, ask me a question on AskFM, email me, and follow me on Google+. I always say that, and I always have them in the bottom of my description, and this is why. So yeah, Johnny DL out.